Hey there, future fellow weird ass black sheep. Welcome to the most offensive church this side of the universe. The party pen. Yeah. And what we do here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said because he did not fucking say that. Me, God, right now a God voice. I did not say that. This is God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as read by
yours truly, the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K. the Great. Clap for me, I clap for you. Welcome. So, I hope you're having a blast because we're about to have a good time. Come and join me, it'll be fun.
Hey, future fellow weirdo, you're the black sheep of the flock. Come and take a load off. Let's have a little talk. This side of the universe, the wildest place you've been. Welcome to the service at the party pen. Have a good time, laugh and giggle.
Come on in and smile just a little.
We're reading God's unofficial bio today.
The Bible lady's gonna
Lead the way. I got the coffee and the smokes, I got the herb and the chair, got a seat with your name on it waiting right there, searching for the mystery, a better mind to find. Leave that stuffy, judgy world way back behind. We're the outcasts and the rebels, we're the ones that don't fit in, but there's a holy kind of magic in the middle of the sin.
Yeah, the mystery is deep and the coffee's brewing strong in the most offensive church where we all belong. Have a good time,
Laugh and giggle.
come on in and smile just a little.
We're reading God's unofficial bio today.
The Bible lady's gonna
Lead the way. The mystery of God, what a beautiful find.
a better understanding for a
Black sheep's mind.
Yay! I don't know if that skipped or not for you people watching. You great people watching. Replay crew. If you are on replay crew, go down to the little settings circle and then go down to playback speed and hit 2 times speed. It's way better and you won't regret it and you can still hear me. The only thing that'll change is probably my cats in the background might go faster. I don't know. But other than that, it actually it sounds normal because for some reason after these live streams, they slow it down. I don't know. It's a weird kind of thing that they do. So watch it on 2 times speed. It's much better. Now we are on Chronicles. I kind of want to read the Queen of Sheba again. I really want to because I don't think she was being all that manipulative. Like I don't know, this doesn't seem like a sexual story to me. But from what I heard about the Ethiopian Bible, it says that he forcible sexy timed her. But again, reading it in Das Bible, it's like it doesn't give the kind of vibes at all. Like, it doesn't. It gives protect me vibes. It gives I'm taking all this out of my country so these assholes can't have it. And they're gonna kill me. So you take this and hide me. Like, I don't know. I don't mean to be stuck on the same story. Yeah, I never get stuck on the same story. But it's nobody wants to discuss it with me, which is fine. Nobody has to discuss it with me. But then I have to reason with myself. And I didn't do any reasoning because I was watching wrestling. And this is Bible time right now, so this is when I should be reasoning because, like Devon Dudley said, I don't live and die on the Bible. Although that's not fucking true because, yes, I do. I live and die on what the Bible says, not what people think it means. Not even what I think it means. It's what does it say? What is this story that it's portraying right now? Because the Bible wasn't written verse by verse. The Bible was written story by story. So there's no reason to just pay attention to the verses. You have to pay attention why they're saying that shit. And everybody wants to talk about how the law is so important. But when it comes to you pointing out that they were saying this shit because of the law, they're justifying Jesus's death in the New Testament. And then teaching the law to Gentiles with Jesus' name wrapped up in it. You know. But I don't like the New Testament. I don't believe the New Testament. I have my feelings about that snaky ass book. But in this Old Testament, which is my favorite book, right? The Old Testament and the Bible is like the best book ever. It has everything except for zombies. But there's zombies in the New Testament, so I guess technically the Bible has everything. It even has a naked zombie. 2 naked zombies. Yeah. And people lie about the first naked zombie. His name is Lazarus. He was Jesus' bestie. Jesus even cried for that dude. And they were like, what about this guy? And he's like, well, if I want that guy to live forever, he'll live forever until I come or something. And then people say he's talking about John, but he wasn't. He was talking about Lazarus. But again, I don't read the New Testament for that reason. Because people get real upset with me, including my mother. Well, actually, my mom won't even do live streams with me anymore because of that. And when it comes to that, I kind of do treat my mom like an asshole, and I shouldn't. But anyway, back to the story. Actually, as a matter of fact, I gotta do something while we're doing this, right? Okay. My video. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Copy link. I'm going to text this to Beckles and maybe she'll show up. Hold on, where's she at? Beckles. Okay, now what do we do here? Okay, come to my live stream. Come to my live stream. Okay, there you go. I sent it to you. Okay, so anyway, like I said, I don't have very good reasoning time, and I'm not sure how I feel about this Queen of Sheba shit. And you know what? I never made coffee. I never did anything. I'm a terrible Nikki. I should go get coffee though, huh? All right. We'll get coffee. We'll be right back. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, that's gross. Ooh, it tastes like booty hole water. Ugh, gross. Okay. 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 I guess Well, okay. See, no matter what, this does not seem like a sexual story or like a manipulative story. It has the undertones of protect me. It has the undertones of I'm coming to you. I heard you were smart. You're really tough. And I'm going to tell you all these nice things. Now protect me. Hey, what's up, dinner piggy? Okay, so we'll just calm it down on the Queen of Sheba shit. Because I don't think my mind's ever going to change about that because then it ends on the Queen of Sheba leaving supposedly. And then it goes into him building all of these gold things. And it seemed like he might have been doing this to show off for the Queen of Sheba that he's hiding somewhere. He's like, you think all this stuff is awesome. Watch this uncomfortable ass chair I build. Okay. Anyway, so Solomon died, okay? And then his son Rehoboam went to Shechem. For all these terrible people went there to make him king. So it happened. Okay. Now this I get really confused because somehow it switches and it doesn't say when it switches, it just does. And then it becomes super confusing. So if I sound like I'm reading this very slowly, it's because I am, because this shit gets confusing out of nowhere. Okay. So Rehoboam was going to make king. They're going to make him, he's about to be king. And then this cat called Jeroboam. Wait, what? Wait a minute. It's over. Oh, never mind. Okay, never mind. So, this cat came named Jeroboam heard of it because he was hiding in Egypt from Solomon. And then Jeroboam returned from Egypt, and then they sent for him and called him. And Jeroboam and all these terrible ass people came and spoke to Rehoboam. Now, Rehoboam is Solomon's son. And they're telling him, your father made our yoke heavy, lighten the burden of us. Right? So, like, your dad was a super dick. You be less of a dick. And we will serve you. And he's like, come back in 3 days. I need to talk to some people. So come back in 3 days. So the people were like, yeah, that's fair. Okay. Then King Rehoboam consulted the elders who stood before Solomon while he was still alive, saying, what do you guys think I should do? Like, I mean, they're saying my dad was kind of a dick. Could I be less of a dick? And they're like, yes. Because if you're nice to these people, they will be nice to you, which is not true. They'll find a way to backstab you immediately. Fuck these people. Okay. And they were like, if you are kind to these people, please them and speak good words, they will be your servants forever until they backstab you and cut off your head and give it to your grandfather. I'm sorry, that's not what happened. But he rejected the advice which the elders had given him and consulted the young men who had grown up with him. You know, his rich friends that went to private school with him. He's like, what do you guys think I should do? And they're like, let's hit this bull and think about it. Okay, so what would we? Okay. And then the young men who grew up with him in private schools said, you tell the people your father, or who spoke to you saying all this shit, you tell them, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's waist. And now, whereas my father put a heavy yoke on you, I will add to your yoke. My father chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So, Jeroboam, the guy that they called back from Egypt, right? And all the people came to Rehoboam on the third day, just like the king said. Then the king answered them roughly. King Rehoboam rejected the advice of the elders, and he spoke to them according to his private school friends. My father made your yoke heavy, but I will add to it. My father chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. So the king did not listen to the people, for the turn of events was from God. Yeah, but why though? Anyway, what the Lord might fulfill his word, which he had spoken by the hand of Ahijah to Jeroboam, the son of Nebat. See, this is why we need to get that book at do. Now, when all these terrible people saw that the king did not listen to them, the people answered the king, saying, now, what share we have in David? I thought you said 80%. When they were fighting over David, when David first got back from running from Absalom because he didn't want to kill his own son, they made a big deal about being related to David. Like to the point to where they almost had a fight and Judah won, but Israel really wanted a piece of David. Right. And now they're saying, what share have we in David? We have no inheritance in the son of Jesse, but you said you did, though. Every man to your tents, you terrible ass people. See to your own house, O David. So, all these terrible ass people departed, but Rehoboam reigned over those who dwelt in the cities of Judah. Then Rehoboam sent Hadaram, who was in charge of revenue. But these terrible ass people stoned him and he died. Therefore, Rehoboam mounted his chariot in haste to flee to Jewland. So, these terrible people have been in rebellion since, or these terrible ass people have been in rebellion against David to this day. That was the end of chapter 10. General Piggy, I got something for you. I do. I gotta find it. Well, this. And there's another one. I thought there was another one. No, that's the one you sent me. I thought there was another one. There's not another one. I'm still standing better than I ever did. Okay. There you go. Okay. Now, when Rehoboam came to Jewland, he assembled from the house of Judah and Benjamin 180,000 chosen men who were warriors to fight against these terrible ass people, that he might restore the kingdom to Rehoboam. But the word of the Lord came to Shemaiah, saying,
Okay, hold on. What did it say? You shall not go up or fight against your brethren. Let every man return to his house, for this thing is from me.
therefore, they obeyed the words of the Lord and turned back from attacking Jeroboam. So Rehoboam dwelt in Jewland and built cities for defense in Judah. And he built Bethlehem, Etam, Tekoa, Bezer, Soko, Adullam, Gath, Marshah, Ziph, Edoram, Lachish, Ezkah, and Zorah, Ajalon, and Hebron, which are in Judah, and Benjamin fortified cities, and the strongholds of food, oil, and wine. Also, in every city, he put shields and spears and made them very strong, having Judah and Benjamin at his side. And from all their territories, the priests and the Levites, who were in all Israel, took their stand with him. For the Levites left their common lands and their possessions and came to Judah and Jewland, for Jeroboam and his sons had rejected them from serving as priests to the Lord. Okay. Jeroboam did that. Okay. They left their common lands because Jeroboam and his sons rejected them. Then he appointed for himself priests for the high places, for the demons and calf idols which he had made. And after the Levites left, those from all the tribes of these terrible ass people set their hearts to seek God and came to Jewland and sacrificed to God. So they strengthened the kingdom of Judah and made Rehoboam strong for 3 years because they walked in the way of David and Solomon for 3 years. Okay. Okay. Then Rehoboam took for himself as wife Mahalalet. I guess it would be his cousin. Hold on. Took for himself Mahalalet, the daughter of Jerimoth, the son of David. So it would be his cousin. um, and after he took her, oh, hold on. And she bore him children, Jeush, Shemariah, Zahan. And after he took her, he took Maacha, the granddaughter of Absalom, and she bore him Abijah, Etatai, Ziza, Shalmoeth. Now, Rehoboam loved Maacah, the daughter of Absalom, more than all his wives and concubines, for he took 18 wives and 60 concubines, and begot 28 sons and 60 daughters. And Rehoboam appointed Abijah as chief to be leader among his brothers, for he intended to make him king. He dealt wisely and dispersed some of his sons throughout all the territories of Judah and Benjamin to every fortified city, and he gave them provisions in abundance. He sought many wives for them. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, how many minutes are we at? 30 minutes. That's not bad. Okay. Let's have. Okay. So I'm not sure when I might be remembering the story different, or it was different in the other book. I don't quite remember. But this coffee is gross. Maybe I should add more coffee to it. I don't know, but it's gross. Oh yeah, Dustin bought me this this chocolate bunny earlier, and I ate that thing in like 3 minutes. I don't think you're supposed to eat them that fast, but I don't know. I ate it fast as hell. And I'm supposed to be putting clothes clothes in the dryer. Whatever. Reading this instead. But I'll make Dustin a lunch for his new job and throw some clothes in the dryer. So he has clean clothes tomorrow. Smash! I'm a good wife, probably. At least in my mind, I'm good at wife things. That's a fucking lie. I'm terrible at wife things. But I think there was a time when I might have been good at it, or attempting to be good at it. I don't know. I might have at one time. That was past me. Future me needs to learn how to be good at it again. I don't know. But future me is tomorrow. Future me is like 5 minutes from now. What is future me gonna do 5 minutes from now? Probably be done smoking this cigarette and almost done with chapter 12. So, let's do it, shall we? Okay. Now, chapter 12 of 2nd Chronicles. Now, it came to pass when Rehoboam had established the kingdom and strengthened himself that he forsook the law of the Lord. Okay, I bet this is when I got confused. I'll get confused every time I have to pay attention. Damn, my butt cheeks started hurting again like it was that last time. Oh man, it's painful. Okay. So, Rehoboam forsook the law of the Lord, and all these terrible ass people too. I bet it didn't take no time. Fuck these people. And it happened in the 5th year of Rehoboam. I love this guy. Shisha is a greatest name ever. Shishad. Actually, it's like Shishak. Shishak. Something like that. It'd be like, he's king. Shut your fucking mouth. But anyways, Shishad. Okay. In the 5th year of Rehoboam, Shishak, the king of Egypt, came up against Jewland because they had transgressed against the Lord. With 1,200 chariots, 60,000 horsemen, and people without number who came with him out of Egypt, the Lubim and the Sakhikiam, and the Ethiopians, and took the fortified cities of Judah and came into Jewland. Okay, and this kind of thing right here is why I think the God suitcase chair is in Egypt. Because this would be the first time that their city's attacked ever. Because who was fucking with Solomon? Nobody. Who was fucking with David? Nobody. But Egypt comes in here, attacks Jewland and Judah, and takes everything. What, did they just conveniently not take God's suitcase chair? You gotta be fucking kidding me. They took that shit. And again, either the Ethiopians took it and hid it, or Egypt took it and melted it down. But we're going to find out. Okay. And he took, okay. And because, okay, when came out of Egypt and the Ethiopians. And he took all the fortified cities of Judah and came to Jewland. Then Shemaiah the prophet came to Rehoboam and the leaders who were gathered together in Jewland because of Shishak, and said to them,
Thus says the Lord.
Okay, what I say, you have forsaken me. Therefore, I have left you in the hand of Shishak. I mean, just in case, I'm just letting you know in case you didn't realize that that's what you were doing, even though that's totally what you were doing. And there's no way you didn't know that. But just in case you're thick-headed, what do I call it? Stiff-necked. Stiff-necked people. Yeah. You harden your hearts and become stiff-necked. Yeah, stiff-necked. Neck. Stiff-necked. Yeah, that's a word. Yep. Yep. Hold on. Yeah. So anyways, have fun. It's a good time.
oh, it is ADD, I'm sorry. So the leaders of these terrible ass people and the king humbled themselves and they said,
The Lord is righteous. Words and things. God, big guy. Hey, we're sorry and stuff. Words and things, you know. We're like, cool, right? Yeah, it's a good time.
okay. Now, when the Lord saw that they had humbled themselves, the word of the Lord came to Shemaiah saying,
What'd I say? Oh, do you see them now? Look, I'm going to bring you up to heaven so you can see. They're so humbled. Like nobody's been humbled like that in a long time. Well, people haven't pissed me off like that in a long time. So anyway, do you see them? They're so humbled. Look, therefore, I will not destroy them, but I will grant them some deliverance. But I'm still pissed off. They need to know I'm still mad about things because words and stuff. My wrath shall not be poured out on Jewland by the hand of Shishak. Nevertheless, they will be his servants, that they may distinguish my service from the service of all the kingdoms of the nation. Yeah, these guys are going to see how bad it is with these other gods. Yeah, they're going to see every feeling that they're going to see. Yeah, they're going to distinguish serving me from serving these other guys because serving me is so awesome because I'm such an awesome guy. Do you hear it in my voice? Awesome. Everybody always tells me I'm awesome. So that must mean I'm awesome. Because if more than one person says it and it's not CNN saying it, then it must be true. Words and things. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
God, I'm just, this doesn't work, right? This doesn't work. But I could see what you were trying to do here. God was thinking, serving all these other gods, it's going to be so terrible. But serving the other gods, you don't really got to do anything because the other gods don't really do anything. So it would be easier because it's always easier to do the wrong thing. Whereas, like with God, you got to put in effort and stuff like that. And you would think people would love to put in effort, but it turns out that they don't. Words and things. But I could see what God was trying to do here. Like, look at how terrible this is. But because humans are very gullible and very, like, they're just very gullible. They will fall for this shit easy as hell. And again, this is another one of those times where God is just not, he either doesn't know what's happening or he's not paying attention. Like he's getting, like the shorts, the clips of it on YouTube, like the short clips, like, yeah, these people are doing human sacrifices to this one God. And then our God is like, that looks so terrible. Okay, well, I'm gonna make my people see how terrible this is. But then the people are like, oh, well, this is easy. You just kill people. It's no problem. Yeah, this backfired big time. I don't know. I'm just saying. It probably backfired big time. So, so Shishak, king of Egypt, came up against Jewland and took away the treasuries of the house of the Lord and the treasuries of the king's house. He took everything. Does that include God's suitcase chair? It's also known as the Ark of the Covenant, but if you read how this shit is built, it's a suitcase and a chair. And it's made to go. And like it had these big gold wings behind it. It's like, and the whole thing is made out of gold and it has special rocks in it. Those are God's special rocks, right? So it's saying they took everything. Does that include the wallpaper or the shield wallpaper? This shit is crazy. Okay. And yep, and they took everything. He also carried away the shield wallpaper that Solomon made. Then Rehoboam made bronze shields in their place. It committed them to the hands of the captains of the guard, who guarded the doorway of the king's house. And whenever the king entered the house of the Lord, the guard would go and bring them out, and he would take them back into their guard room. When he humbled himself, the wrath of the Lord returned from him, so as not to destroy him completely. And things also went well in Judah. This is crazy because they don't they don't say that Egypt took God's suitcase chair, but you can infer it because they took the stuff out of the Lord's house, and that was like in its own room in the Lord's house, in God's house. It was his bedroom and the suitcase chair and the place to make offerings and to smell like bread because God constantly wants to smell like he's having a heart attack. Or he just don't want to smell these stinky ass people. Which I can agree some of these people smell bad. It's like they sweat gross. Okay. Anyway. Thus King Rehoboam strengthened himself in Jewland and reigned. Now, Rehoboam was 40 years old, 41, when he became king, and he reigned 17 years in Jewland. Okay, which it is the city the Lord had chosen out of all the tribes to put his name there. And he did evil because he did not prepare his heart to seek the Lord. Okay. Now, the acts of Rehoboam, they're written in the book of Shemaiah the prophet, Ididito the prophet. Okay, but it's also written in Kings. See, there's too many books. Okay. Anyway. And there was war between Rehoboam and Jeroboam all their days. Rehoboam rested with his fathers and was buried in the city of David. Now Abijah, his son, reigned in his place. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. Okay. Hold on. And he reigned 17 years. So then Jeroboam reigned longer than Rehoboam. Okay. How many minutes are we at? Oh, shit. Yeah, we can't do chapter 13. No, we cannot. And plus, it starts a whole new thing. So, General Piggy, you still here? Anybody still here? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, that's okay. I got stuff I gotta do anyway. Hold on. Oh, somebody messaged me. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, day. Okay. I gotta. Oh, I remember what I was doing. Yeah, I'm going to Spazzes. Where's he at? Right there. He's so beautiful. I love him so much. Anyway, we are going over to Spazzes, and I will see you guys there. I can't wait to hear some metal. It's going to be great. Oh, it's time to give the pillow some head. Give the sheets some ass. Have a postcoital cigarette. Smoke a bowl. And have the sweetest dreams ever. Love you so much.